Hi everyone, my name is Ehsan, and in this video I'm going to show you how to choose the reviewer for your research paper. And if you go through the list of the videos that I have created so far, this is video number 24. Before explaining the right person for your paper as the reviewer, I like to go through the process, how the peer review process works in different journals. In general, we have 4 different types of them. Here I'm showing them. I'm going to walk you through them. The first one is the single blind. What does it mean? Is that you as the author, you do not know who reviewed your paper, but the reviewers can see your name, your affiliation, and everything else. The other one is a double blind. What does it mean? Is you as the author don't know who reviewed your paper, and the reviewers also do not know who is the author for this paper. So this is going to be helpful because there might be some reviewers that if they see a paper comes from a specific institute or university, they might favor or be biased against that paper. So this is going to help removing that. The other one is the open. The open is you as the author know who reviewed your paper, and the reviewers also can see your name and affiliation. And the other one is the transparent, which is the same as the open, but they are going to publish the names of those reviewers alongside of the paper when it gets published. Now the question is, who should we recommend as the reviewer for our paper? There are a few things, so I'm going to just touch on 2 of them. The knowledge of that person and being expert in that field. So how do you know that? If you read more papers, you already know who is expert and who has knowledge in that specific field, so that way you can find that person. But who you should avoid to have as your reviewer? There are a couple of them here. So you shouldn't recommend a close friend because they are going to say, yeah, that's a great paper. The next one is you shouldn't recommend your co-worker, and for the same reason, and any recent or current collaborators that you have, and anyone with a potential conflict of interest. These 3 examples that I just touched on, they are also potential conflict of interest. So anyone who can benefit from publishing this paper, he or she shouldn't be part of a reviewing process because of that bias that person might have. So you should avoid these people. But how do you find the potential reviewer for your paper? Where do you find it? The first place that you can find them is by reading papers in your field. So you have read the papers on your field, and if you go through the list, you will see who is the corresponding author for that paper, right? And I say, all right, this is the person that potentially can be a good reviewer for my paper. And you don't have to even coordinate with them. You read the paper and you say, this is the paper that this person has published as the corresponding author, and I'm going to put his or her name as the reviewer for my paper. You have the name, you have the affiliation, and you have the email address. That's all you need to recommend someone. The other one is networking at the conferences. So if you go to a conference and you see a poster or a talk that you resonate with and is close to the field that you are working on, you can network with them. Say, can I have your contact numbers, or can I have your name as the reviewer for my upcoming paper that I'm going to submit? Usually people say yes. So this is another way to expand your network, add them on LinkedIn, get connected, and just have that network. I think that's a great opportunity to have when you are networking at the conferences. And the other thing that I want to touch on is when you submit your paper, usually you have to recommend 3 reviewers. And there is no guarantee that that journal is going to pass your paper to those 3 people that you have suggested. But there are, you have to recommend at least 3 people, and this is also just optional. Some journals, they don't want you to recommend anyone, but if they do, there is no guarantee that they are going to pass your paper to them for the review. So just you should recommend them, but there is no guarantee. And that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to write a cover letter when you submit your research paper. See you in the next one.